You can use MailDog's Superlist to create a subscriber database with up to 25 fields of information stored about each contact. The Superlist is especially handy if you don't have a way to manage your contacts internally, or if you'd like to record and monitor subscriber activity, like bounces, opens, and clicks, over time across campaigns. It's a very different type of list than a regular MailDog list, and features some very advanced tools and controls. The Advanced Query module also allows you to segment your list in a snap. First, just review the fields in your Superlist and see which you want to include in your query. There's even a drop-down menu of a bunch of handy preset queries. Let's do a few examples together. Say you want to query all zip codes in a region of that country that are not consecutive. The IN command is the ticket. You'd select IN from the drop-down next to your zip code field, and then enter the zip codes with commas next to them like this: 33704, 33701. If you were looking for everyone who is male, you'd use the equal option and male in the box. Then you'd use the display commands for how you'd like to work with the query information. Depending on what you're doing with these queries, you might choose to count, show, download, or export to mail list your findings. Let's review. The Count module will count and display the totals of a custom query of your Superlist, because sometimes you just need to know how many subscribers fall within a query while you're analyzing and planning your next step. After you perform a custom query and select the radio button next to Count, next click the Submit Query button for a calculated tally of your results. The Show feature will count and display the results of a custom query of your Superlist, because sometimes you want to not only know the totals, but also see who falls within a query while you're analyzing and planning your next step. Perform your custom query, select the radio button next to Show, next click the Submit Query button, and then you'll see a calculated tally of your results. The Download feature will count and prepare a text file with the results of a custom query of your Superlist, because sometimes you need the list of the subscribers who fall within a query while you're analyzing and planning your next step. Dial in a custom query and select the radio button next to Download. Next, click the Submit Query button for an option to save or open your custom report. When showing or downloading a custom query, you can choose to limit the number of records displayed online or downloaded to a file. If you have a large database, working with your full list online can be resource intensive for your computer. Sometimes you need to see the format of your query, but you don't need to get the full list. So do your custom query and select the radio button next to Download or Show, then simply put a number into the Limit Records Shown box, such as 25 or 10, etc. You can limit large numbers, but the greater the number, the longer you might need to wait for your query to appear. The Obtain Email Only option will restrict the query by removing the additional data displayed online or downloaded to a file so you only get the email addresses. If you're preparing a list for mailing and know that you don't need the rich list data, then you can also use this tool to generate your mailing list. After you set your custom query, just select the radio button next to Download, Show, or Export, then simply check the box for Obtain Email Only and proceed with your query as usual. The Export to Mailing List feature will count and prepare a text file with the results of a custom query of your Superlist. Be sure to select the query fields you need, then click the radio button Export to Mailing List and enter a list name in the box. Once you click Submit, the list will be generated and found in your default list folder in your account. You can schedule your campaign right to this list. Subscriber behavior filters are a very powerful tool. Using these filters will allow you to run a query analyzing unique subscriber behavior. It's a snap to identify your best and most active readers, or alternatively, do a little house cleaning and find the emails that are frequently bouncing. Dial in a custom query and select the behavior from the drop-down menu you'd like to identify. Opens means readers who have opened a message from you and have allowed images to be viewed. Clicks are readers who have clicked on one or more link within a message. Opens or clicks means that they've either opened or clicked on a message. This is the best way to fully track whether they're reading and engaging with the mail. You can also look at emails that bounced and were not successfully delivered through a retry. And finally, after dialing in the behavior and then setting a threshold number, such as greater than, less than, or equals to, just click the Submit Query button to generate your custom report. Remember, you can choose to count, show, download, or export your findings. Date range controls will apply a date range to the results of a custom query of your superlist. Sometimes you need the list of the subscribers who fall within a specified time frame, so just perform your custom query and check the box next to Use Date Range. Next, using the drop-down menus, select your from and to dates. Finally, click the Submit Query button for an option to save or open your custom report. Another valuable tool is designating some of your fields as public in your list. By making a field public, subscribers can elect to update these fields from an online form. For example, you might use the public forms to encourage subscribers to update their email address and contact information that you use to communicate with them. Giving them the option will allow you to keep in touch. Within Superlist, click Edit Field Names. For each field you wish to make public and editable by the subscribers, enter _public_X, with X being the name of the field. Be sure to click the Update button at the bottom of the form to save your new conventions. Just refresh your browser to see your changes. For example, entering _public_first name as a field name will allow subscribers to view and update their first name when clicking on the Subscription Preferences link from the footer of the emails they receive. You can also use public fields to allow subscribers to opt in to several different mailings you might offer, and conversely opt out of one mailing without unsubscribing from your entire list. Check out the tutorial Superlist: The Basics for more information on working with Superlists.